If you spend just 8 hours a day on your phone mindlessly scrolling, that is 56 hours a week, which is 1/3 of your week, adding up to almost 3,000 hours of your year wasted. And no, I'm not saying this as a person who has always had and currently has perfectly low screen time. Just a few weeks ago, I noticed how much of my summer was being wasted mindlessly scrolling and watching videos on short-form content apps that I wouldn't even remember an hour later. Social media is not inherently bad, but anything in excess can be detrimental. Join me on this journey so that we together can decrease our screen time and regain control of our summer. This video is split up into several chapters with actual helpful implementable advice that I've actually tested myself so that we can get off our phones and go touch some grass. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Safia if you're new here. I have my matcha latte in this little mug. I haven't had a matcha in so long, so that's how you know that we're ready to get into business. A few of my journal designs here beside me, which are all coming out with the launch of my new business on June 17th, which is on a Monday. So make sure you stay tuned for that and go to my Instagram at myfleesafia. Check the link in the bio so that you can sign up for my email list where I'll be sending helpful newsletters with similar content to this, as well as exclusive information so that you can stay updated on my content, get discounts and coupons, and just overall become the best version of yourself by joining the community of like-minded girlies. Now, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Chapter number 1 is to create blocks. Make it more difficult to get to your phone so that it's not as easy accessible and you have to go through more things to be able to pick up that phone and start scrolling. If you always have your phone right beside you when you wake up in the morning, of course you're going to check your phone. Even if you don't mean to go start scrolling, you're going to want to check the notifications or the text that you might have got when you're sleeping. You want to see what's updated, what your friends have posted on their stories. Like, that is normal. But the phrase out of sight, out of mind really does apply to this situation. If we have the phone somewhere where we're not immediately seeing it as soon as we wake up, as soon as we enter a room, as soon as we're doing something else, then it's a lot easier to do something different than start scrolling on social media platforms. One block that you can easily create is to put your phone on a charger that is not right beside your bed. So even if you have an alarm, you have to get up and go to your phone to turn the alarm off. And it's not right by your bed, so you're not going to sit there and scroll while you're in your bed. You have to get up so that you can turn your phone off or check your phone. And to make this block even better, try to use an alarm clock instead of your phone. And I personally do not have an alarm clock. If you don't have an alarm clock, then you can simply put on do not disturb, change your wallpapers to something that's like less exciting. But if you do have to turn your phone off in the morning for your alarm, make sure it's on do not disturb. Make sure that nothing pops up right when you turn off your alarm. Make sure that the notifications are cleared so that you can just turn off the alarm and then get started with your day. Another very helpful block that I discovered recently is to put your phone on grayscale mode. So if you have an Apple phone, I know you're able to do this, and I think you could do this on an Android as well. You basically want to change your accessibility settings or your display settings so that instead of everything being all colorful and bright, everything is grayscale. So you're able to do the simple things on your phone like turn off your alarm or check important text messages, but you won't go on social media to look at all the colorful content because it's not there. You can go on social media and you can open the app, but once you're scrolling through and everything is black and white, it'll be a lot less exciting and you will not want to stay on there as long. I noticed that when I actually put my phone on grayscale, I stay off it a lot more. And I feel like this is one of the best tips in the video, especially if the main thing you're trying to stop doing is scrolling on social media. I also use my phone to record, so that's something that kind of prohibited me from always having it on grayscale because I need to make sure that I know what the colors are when I'm filming and recording for my YouTube channel. But if you don't need to do that, then keep it on grayscale whenever you can so that it's a lot less exciting, it's more boring, and you'll stay off it more. The next thing to do is to download an app blocker app. So basically this will make it so that whenever you click one of the social media apps, it blocks it for you. So there's a few apps that immediately block it and you can't get in it at all, and there are some that have like a timer so that it's like 5, 10, 30 seconds. When you click on the app, it waits that long for you to actually be able to open it. So if you don't have the attention span to wait 30 seconds to open the app and they give you a message like, are you sure you want to open this app right now, then you'll most likely close it and try to do something else. Okay, I had to turn my washing machine off because I noticed it was shaking the camera a lot. But the next thing to do is to set a specific morning and night routine that does not involve your phone. If you have a direct plan of what you are going to do, you are way more likely to do it than if you just say that you're going to do something else, or that you'll do some of the things that you like, or it'll depend on how you feel that day. And if you like to switch it up, you don't always like to have a set schedule, then you can create like different schedules. So maybe one while you're on your cycle and you don't have enough energy to do all of the things that you would normally do in your night routine. Maybe one is for more high energy days, or one is for when you go out with your friends or your family. One is for when you want to stay up late. One is for when you're going to go to bed early. You can create different routines for different times of your week so that you can switch it up when you want to. But having a set morning and night routine will help you have a schedule so that you don't immediately want to pick up your phone. Because I know that I pick up my phone a lot when I don't have something that I know I need to do. And even if in the back of my mind I know that I need to do this thing for school, I need to do this thing for emails, I need to do this thing for my YouTube channel, if I don't know that I need to get it done right then and there, then I most likely won't do it right then and there. And then I'll pick up my phone and just waste time scrolling because I don't have a set schedule of what I need to do that minute. Going along with that, I want you to pack your schedule full of things to do this summer. And these all don't have to be going out or spending time with friends or spending time with family. These can just be simple things to do. And if you want summer bucket list ideas, I can definitely make a video about that. So definitely comment down below if you like that. But this can be reading, this can be painting, this can be writing a book, writing a story, this can be deep cleaning your room, this can be starting your YouTube channel. But set your schedule and pack it. Like literally open up your Google Calendar app, your Apple Calendar app, and put something to do every single day, at least in a week advance. You don't have to plan out your entire summer, but maybe you just want to plan out next week so that you know that you have things to do, you know you have a schedule, and you're less likely to pick up your phone because you know you have something that you need to do that day. Next is to delete apps that don't serve you. I personally did not have TikTok on my phone for like a long time because I didn't post content on TikTok, and I actually didn't really enjoy scrolling on TikTok as much. I felt a lot of comparison coming from that app, a lot of negativity coming from that app, because even if you have like a very tailored For You page, there still will be some negative content that pops up. So I didn't really like that, so I literally deleted it. And then when I downloaded it again, I didn't even find myself really reaching to click the app because I didn't really get that same amount of happiness or pleasure from clicking the app, because I knew that I associated with the negative things, negative mindset that I acquired when I was always scrolling on the app. So if you know an app is causing comparison for you, and you know an app is full of negativity, maybe there's people on there that you don't like their content, is always popping up, or you just don't like the app in general and you know that it's harming you more than helping you, then by all means delete that. I feel like the fear of missing out is so prominent on social media. You're like, what if somebody's just posting this content that I really need to see on the app? But reality is there is nothing that you need to see on social media. There is nothing that you are going to miss out on that is going to change your life that drastically for the better that is on that app. Most likely the things that you're going to miss out on are things that you really don't need to see. TikTok is definitely one of those apps that I feel like unless you know how to control yourself and you know how to not scroll for as long on that app, is an app that sometimes you can kind of get out of control over. Like I remember I had like 4 hours a day on TikTok, especially in like the height of the pandemic, and that was just on TikTok. 4 hours just alone on TikTok, not counting any other social media apps. So that was a lot of time wasted on TikTok on content that I wasn't even remembering. And if I did remember, it was negative things that caused me to compare myself about people's bodies, about people's friendships. Like seeing people have friends on the app made me feel more lonely. And that's like a very negative mindset to have. So I don't recommend that. If you do feel that way, I definitely recommend taking a break. You can always download it back. You're not missing out on anything important. I promise you, you'll be okay. Instagram is another one. I know the comment section on Instagram, especially with Reels coming out, has been really hateful lately. And a lot of negative things are on that app. I'm all about, positivity, health, and wellness. But I've seen a lot of like eating disorder Reels on Instagram. I've seen a lot of people hating on people for the way they look, their body, the things that they say. Like there's a lot of negativity on the app. No matter how much you try to like tailor your For You page, people love to be negative. So they're gonna push the negative content to you regardless, because you will still sit there scrolling, reading the comments. Even if you don't agree with the negative comments, I've noticed that I would be like in utter shock reading the comments, but I'll stay on the video. So I notice that negativity, so I try to stay off Reels as much as possible, which is why I want to decrease my screen time the most, because I feel like Instagram Reels is where it has got me. So if you don't really feel like an app serves you, then try to stay off it. And I know I have my account for my business and I have my account for this channel, channel. So I'm going to try to stay on that account more and stay away from my personal account so that I'm not just mindlessly scrolling. I could check people's stories and say things to my friends, but staying away from just scrolling on reels definitely will be helpful for me, and I know a lot of you can agree with that as well. And if you don't want to delete apps, then you can remove the trouble apps from your home screen. I know for Apple, you can remove the apps for the home screen. I'm pretty sure you can do it for Android too. And then you can just swipe to the left or the right, and then you can see the apps there. Removing it from your home screen helps it so that when you unlock your phone, you don't immediately see the app and then want to click it. Because I see that sometimes, even when I don't even want to click the app, when I unlock my phone and I see it immediately, then I will just click the app. Even if I was opening my phone to Google something or to get my calculator or to text a friend back, I would just click the app because it's right there. And it's really built for you to be able to be enticed by the app logo, so that when you see the app logo, immediately you want the dopamine, you want that kick, so you just click on the app. But if you remove it from your direct sight of vision immediately from unlocking your phone, then it can be a lot easier to actually do the things that you wanted to do on your phone before you kind of get wrapped into the social media. Another helpful thing is to really fill your page up with widgets, especially the screen time widget. I noticed that when I opened my phone and I saw like above an hour on my screen time, I saw that number climbing up, I was less likely to click on my social media apps because I kind of treat it as a competition. I want my screen time to be lower than the week before. I don't want it to be higher. So once I see it climbing 1, 2, 3 hours, I'm like, okay, instead of clicking on the social media app, maybe I can do something with my siblings, go play a game. Maybe I can pick up that book that I've been wanting to read. Another thing which I literally just did is to turn off your notifications. My screen time was a lot lower when my notifications were off, but I turned them back on because a lot of my friends contact me through Instagram, and a lot of the times I'm going out with my friends or something and they need to contact me and they're contacting me on Instagram and then I don't see the contact. So a lot of times when I'm going out with my friends, I'll turn the notifications back on. But when they're off, when you don't see, oh, somebody likes your story, somebody likes your post, somebody posted, somebody's live, then you're less likely to click on that app, because these notifications are really trying to grab you in even when your focus is on something else. You're doing something and then you hear that ding on your phone. You have to check it because what if it's something important? What if there's something that you've been waiting on? So you click on it, and even if the notification is not necessarily something that amazing, you'll see the notification, you'll see that app logo, and then you'll click on the app. And that's why turning off the notifications will really help you. Another thing is to stop eating your meals with your phone on social media. This will also help you with mindfulness while eating. I noticed that when I'm eating with my phone, my hunger cues are like all off. I don't know when I'm still hungry, when I'm not hungry. I'm just eating and not really slowing down, not really enjoying my food, enjoying the taste, enjoying the textures, because I'm just focused on the dopamine that I'm getting from scrolling on social media. So if you actually put your phone down, don't listen to anything, just be around your thoughts instead of scrolling on social media while you're eating, you will be much more mindful with eating. You'll have your hunger cues. You'll know when you're full. You'll know when you're still hungry, when you need to get more food. You'll be able to actually intuitively eat instead of just eating random amounts and not knowing when you're full, when you're hungry. And this will also help you feel a lot more calm. And speaking from experience, get a lot more breakthroughs and ideas. I have gotten a lot of my business ideas or my content ideas when I'm eating breakfast, staring out the window, or staring at something in my house. And when I'm scrolling on social media, like, there's no opportunity to have no ideas. There's no opportunity to have these breakthroughs because we're just consuming content. Instead, you can just be letting your mind wander, even if it's not necessarily productive. Just let your mind wander. Be with yourself and just enjoy your own company. Another tip is to get books from the library. I know a lot of us can't afford buying new books every single time, but get books from the library and put that on your nightstand right by your bed instead of your phone. If you have something there that you can pick up even when it's summer, it's summer. Maybe necessarily you don't want to get straight out of bed when you wake up, and that's completely fine. So instead of getting right in your bed and continuing to scroll while you just wake up, you can pick up that book and have some positive things put into your mind when you first wake up. Even if what you're watching on social media is not negative, having that dopamine kick when you first wake up is not the most healthy. It's dopamine, up, up, up. You're feeling great, and then just like a sugar rush, you crash. And that is not the best feeling, because then you'll be waking up feeling groggy, feeling off, and you'll be wondering why you feel that way. And the reason why is because of your phone, because you picked it up. And now, instead of thinking about all of the amazing things that are going to happen today, you're just feeling off and drowsy and like not the best, because you're already crashed all of your energy first thing in the morning. So instead of doing that, we'll pick up a book. It doesn't have to be a learning book. It could literally be a fiction book. It could be your favorite series, a new series that you want to try. Pick up that book instead of your phone, and putting it on your nightstand will help you to do that. And last but not least is to be okay with being bored. The main reason why we're always on our phone, why our screen times are so high, because we have this fear of being bored. When we're sitting, driving in the car, we're scrolling on our phone. When we could just be looking out the window, having conversation with our family or friends, or even if we're alone, just looking out the window, enjoying the nature, enjoying the scenery, and just being with our own thoughts. If you're in between doing something, you're like, I'm about to get in the shower, but somebody's in the shower right now, so I'm waiting. Do something else during that time, or just be okay with being bored. We don't always have to have something to do, and that is something that I'm telling to myself as well. Like, all of this advice is something that I'm telling to myself as well. We don't always have to be stimulated. We don't always have to have something specific to do. Sometimes we can just sit in our own company, in our own peace, and just be. Again, this leads to so many breakthroughs. This leads to so many ideas, because when we're just letting ourselves be, then that's when we come up with so many great ideas. I know a lot of people have saying that they've gotten their ideas either when in the shower, or on their drives to work, or when they're just eating breakfast and just sitting there alone, because they're just giving their time, because they're just giving their mind time to wander, to just be, to just enjoy what is here in the present moment. And of course, that's going to help you be more mindful as well, because you can enjoy what you see right then and there. You can enjoy what you smell, you feel. You can just really be in the present moment, because you're not thinking about what somebody is doing, or somebody's traveling, all this comparison, or maybe it's not comparison, but you're just looking at what other people are doing in their life, when you could just be enjoying what is in your life right now. And that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. All this advice is for myself as well. So I hope we all can go on this journey of decreasing our screen time this summer and actually living our summer to the fullest. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to join my newsletter and my email list so that you can stay updated for my new journal drops. And make sure you save the date for my product and business launch, which is Monday, June 17th. All of this is coming out, as well as free resources. So even if you're not ready to spend money, you can go make sure you cop some products off of my website and just show all the support. So I love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. Mwah.